LocoMotive fans and internet people across the globe. I'm Kyle Court for TopLeftTV, and we're here at Tony V's Garage in Everett, Washington with up-and-coming rock band LocoMotive. Great to have you guys here with us today. Who do we have? Would you guys like to introduce yourselves and say what you do in the band?
Okay, cool. My name's Ryan. I play guitar, and I'm 16 years old.
I'm Bella. I play bass and I do vocals, and I'm 15 years old.
My name is Ethan. I play drums, and I'm 14 years old.
Excellent. How long have you guys been a band?
About 4 to 5 years.
Really? So you've been playing in a band, playing drums in a band since you were 10 years old?
Actually, I played bass for the first 2 years, and then I just watched the drummer a lot, and I was like, hey, that looks super fun, and you're like at the back of the stage. So I was like really shy when I first started, and so that my drums, I was like, okay, I'm at the back of the stage, and it sounds super fun. And so then I tried it, I'm like, wait, you gotta be animated too, and so I just kind of like went along with that, and drums are just my passion now. So.
That's awesome. So you're the original bass player.
Yes.
How did you guys start the band?
You go ahead, Ryan.
So we started the band through like a School of Rock program in Snoqualmie, where we're from, called Big Star, and we all just kind of met there, and we did some cover songs for a couple years, and then we decided to go start writing our own stuff.
So cool, man. What would you say has been the coolest thing so far about playing in a rock band?
In my opinion, the coolest thing is just kind of meeting other musicians they can like teach you stuff, then you can play shows together, and like kind of the whole community is one of my favorite parts. I love the music as well, like obviously, but the people are definitely the coolest part for me.
That's very cool. Well, you know, it looks like you guys are having fun. It's great to meet you guys, as if I've never met you before, wink. The reason we're actually here today is because LocoMotive is about to release a music video for the song The Story is Short from their EP titled A Super Tornado. First of all, did I say that right?
Yes, you did. That is.
And what's the story on that name?
I'm going to let Bella take this.
I must know.
So I had this science teacher, right? And we watched this documentary in class about tornadoes called Super Tornado, right? And he insisted we all called it Super Tornado. And so we were like, kind of made fun of him a lot for it. And the past few albums have been teacher jokes. Like the names of the albums were teacher jokes. So I was like, hey, can I name my album after this? He's like, yeah. And so we were brainstorming one day, and then Ryan's like, hey, put an H before it. I was like, okay. And thus, A Super Tornado was born.
That's perfect. So you guys got the EP coming out, A Super Tornado, and the name of the song that you made a music video for is The Story is Short. And we actually have the director of the video here with us today. His name's Jared Hull. Jared, thank you for joining us. Have a seat, join us.
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having me.
Yes, you're very welcome. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do and how you came about directing a video for LocoMotive?
Yeah, I mean, I initially moved here about 5 years ago to do film because I was living in Utah and the film community was a bit bigger up here. And music video is something that just kind of fell in my lap. I had a buddy that was doing photography for bands, and somebody approached him and was like, hey, can you do a music video? He came to me and was like, hey, can we do a music video? I'm like, yeah, why not? And it's just kind of word of mouth, branched off from there.
Nice. And how did you meet these guys?
I'm pretty sure I met him because I was judging him in a battle of the bands down in Kirkland at the Teen Center. I think that was the very first time because I remember this kid specifically telling him during that he was better at like 8 years old or whatever he was at the time than anything I'd ever been in 30 years. And immediately wanted to do a video for them or for a band like that because a lot of it had been country or pop country and not really my thing, and a little more metal and rock fan. So just kind of been waiting in the ranks here for them to want to do something like this.
Oh, very cool, man. Very cool. What made you guys decide that this was the song to do a music video for?
I think it was just like the speed of it, like having the up tempo, because like when you watch the music video, like it's pretty like exciting, and so we figured like the up tempo, like fast song would really work for it.
Oh, very cool, very cool. So I haven't heard the song yet, and I obviously haven't seen the music video. We are going to play it here in a few minutes. But where did you come up with the idea for the storyline for the music video?
Well, initially it was a little different. I'd always, I'm a big fan of like Michael Mann and Heat in particular, and always wanted to do basically like a bank robbery heist kind of a thing for either a music video or a film. And then we decided that was maybe a little too intense for how old these guys were, and that might come across weird. So we toned it down to a mild kidnapping.
Funny. So I understand the video was shot at KGRG studios as well as places like Vantage, Washington, with the Columbia Gorge in the background. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. How did you settle on those locations? That's awesome.
Really wanted something just really epic as far as them playing wise. The KGRG thing just kind of came about through them, from them knowing people, and where we could do like an actual like radio DJ scene. But down there in Vantage is somewhere that I've camped over the last few years, and always wanted to film something right on the cliff with the river in the background and just really give it something that stood out versus some of the other videos out
I'm
there.
salivating. I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah.
This is so cool. Anything, I mean, you've been doing this for a while, but is there anything in particular that you learned while making the video?
Yeah, it was really, really windy out there, to the point of it knocking over his drum set a few times, and recording audio to sync up to a music video did not work. So there was a lot of just really intense hours in editing, sitting staring at somebody's fingers or somebody's lips, and a lot of guesswork and rearranging, and that was tough.
How about you guys? What was your experience like doing a real deal music video?
I thought it was super fun. It was like the first one for us, and I had just an amazing time. Also, it was beautiful, but yeah, the wind was a problem. Like with hair like mine, you know, trying to sing, I could only look in like the direction of the wind, or else I couldn't see anything, which is a problem because it was so like rocky up there, you know, just to like not trip was hard. So it was an adventure.
What is the song about? What is the theme of the song? I mean, obviously we're gonna watch the video and see it.
It's just kind of like a mini adventure, I'd say. It's like an adventure song. Like it's like, all right, I'm gonna break. Am I just gonna stay here? No, I'm gonna break through these barriers, you know. And you get kind of shot down a little bit, but you just, I don't know, keep going.
So, other than the wind, was there any other funny memories or unexpected glitches, difficulties?
So we filmed it in Vantage kind of on this it was like a big pile of gravel kind of in the middle of nowhere. So carrying cabs up of that was could have been its own music video, I think.
You mean you guys didn't hire roadies?
No, we are our own roadies. But
I feel your pain, man.
Yeah.
I feel your pain.
So that was fun. The wind was kind of a thing, and the other thing was just the drive, because we live on Snoqualmie, which is like the other side of the mountains. So that was like a 4-hour drive, and I had just gotten my license when we did this, so I'm driving alone with a car full of gear, 4 hours past Ellensburg. So that was good. I got some practice in.
Nice.
Yeah.
How about Ethan? Oh, I think Ethan's got something to say.
Yeah, there was one more trouble, was that we didn't bring a very big speaker. So we played to the song a bunch of times over and over to get the shots, I guess. And so I, playing on the drums, couldn't hear the music, and we're all trying to play to it, but it was just tough, like with the wind and everything. So I was like playing like really light, but like still trying to like act it out. So that was a challenge in its own, but it was a lot of fun still. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, it sounds like this has been quite an experience. I myself, I'm super proud of you guys for doing this. I hope LocoMotive keeps churning the fire and continues to grow. But now, by the grace of technology, we've actually had a few friends drop in and give some words of encouragement. So we're going to hit it right over here.
Hey, this is Glenn from Window Pane. I just want to congratulate LocoMotive on the shooting of their new video. The story is short. Really stoked for you guys. Can't wait to see the new vid. And love you guys. Cheers, man. Have fun.
Hello, LocoMotive. We're sorry, but this is Astor House. I just wanted to say congratulations on all your recent success and your music video. And we are so lucky to know you guys, and you're very inspiring.
You're all very beautiful people.
And you're all very beautiful, and we have a lot to learn from you because we are trying to be beautiful people.
Hi, I'm Eve.
I'm Ricky.
I'm Josh.
And we're
One Big Hand.
And we wanted to give a huge congratulations to LocoMotive for their new video. And we wanted to show our support for the youth and women in rock and roll, because rock and roll will never die.
That's right. Woo! Congratulations. Go get them.
Go get them.
Congratulations!
What's up, guys? This is Devil's Hunt Me Down.
Hello.
We just wanted to give you a quick shout out and wanted to tell you congratulations on the release. Yeah. It is so important for the youth of this community, people in general, to just bring energy to the music scene, to keep it going, to
carry that torch. The scene needs people to carry the torch and to keep doing this. So hold that torch high.
Congrats again.
Congrats.
Absolutely. We'll see you out there.
Bye.
Hey, what's going on? It's Mike from Superfecta. I just want to congratulate you guys on your new video release. You guys are coming a long way. It's cool to watch you guys grow, and your guys' music rocks. So keep doing what you guys are doing. Throw one of these up for you. And, yeah, awesome job.
Hey, this is Chris from Superfecta. I want to congratulate LocoMotive on their video release. And keep up the hard work, you guys.
What's up, LocoMotive?
Hey, LocoMotive.
What's up? I'm Steve Miggs. There's Glenn Cannon.
What's up?
That's the Reverend Fuego in the back.
Hello.
We are the Miggs Cast, and we just want to say congratulations and thank you for keeping the music scene going. And it's nice to see that the young musicians are still kicking ass and rocking.
Yeah, congrats on the new video, guys. Can't wait to hear the single. And just keep doing what you're doing. That's awesome, man. Much love and support from your family at the Miggs Cast.
Rev, you got anything you want to say?
No.
All right, cool. See ya.
Well, that was cool. What do you guys think about that?
That's so incredible. That's awesome. No, I love all the support within the community, and we got some of our best music friends in there. I love everybody in it. It's super fun.
Yeah, it's nice to be a part of a scene with so many supportive artists, isn't it?
Well, for sure. I mean, that just made my whole week right there. That was amazing. Seeing a lot of familiar faces and some people that I don't know as well yet. That was just so cool.
What was your favorite one?
I gotta say Miggs. I mean, I'm wearing the window pane shirt. I was Glenn Cannon right there.
Yeah.
I gotta.
You guys all have local band T-shirts. That is so cool.
Yeah.
So cool, man. I own all 3 of those and wear them proudly.
That's awesome.
So, now is the time for me to segue into something very cool. We had, like I said, by the grace of technology, had some friends drop in remotely. We actually have someone here in person, kind of a cool surprise. All the way from Seattle's 99.9 KISW Nights, the lovely, the beautiful, the massively talented Taryn Daly, everyone.
Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you guys again. Thank you for having me.
At this point, I'm kind of gonna let Taryn take over and enjoy some time with you guys.
We got Wyatt, we got Window Pane. All my best friends are represented. This is fantastic. You guys, it's so great to see you. I'm so honored to be here, to get to just wish you well on what is obviously an incredible continued journey that you guys started, years ago. And here you are, I think on the forefront of the next big thing for LocoMotive. Now, I have to say, I was talking to your guys' dad backstage for a moment, and I was talking about the fact that I have a lot of power trios that I love in my life. My favorite 2 bands in the world are Rush and Primus. Wanted to also point out that Rush started when they were 15, 16, 17 years old. I mean, I'm not saying this is the next Rush, but I'm also kind of saying I think this is the next Rush.
Very well could be.
I'm fine being Alex Lifestyle.
Very well could be. So I have a couple questions for you guys, though. Are you allowed to play gigs on school nights? Is this allowed?
Yeah, especially if it's a really cool gig. I think it was a few months ago, we were just hanging out at school and I was like, oh, hey, Ryan. And then I got a text and it was like, hey, do you want to play the Crocodile tonight? And I was like, do I? Yes. Yeah. I was like, oh homework doesn't matter. Come on. No.
Well, and the resume that you guys have of venues that you've played in the area is ridiculous. Like, I mean, you've played just about everywhere. But what has been your favorite venue you've played to date, would you say? You might all have a different answer to this question, so.
Yeah, we should probably just go down the line because I have a feeling it's going to be different. My favorite was when we played the Crocodile, the main stage for the first time. We played with Superfecta, we played with Astor House, and we played with, oh my gosh.
Iron Dragon.
That was
Iron
the night,
Dragon.
that was the
Iron
night I
Dragon,
met you for the first time.
Yeah,
I was
first
there.
time we met. That
was a great night.
Yeah, one of the reasons it's my favorite show. But it was really cool because that venue has so much history, and it was cool to be there and be like, wow, this is the same stage as like all my favorite bands. And also the crowd in the Crocodile is always just top notch.
Oh, yeah.
So it's always fun to play for a crowd that appreciates the music.
Heck yes. Yeah. What about you, Bella?
No, yeah. I actually have the exact same answer. That was like one of my favorite nights ever. And I loved everybody that was there too. It was just like the entire night was super fun. And the audience was super fun. And like everything he said, times like 10.
I've always loved playing at Louis G's Pizza in Fife. That place is so fun. And
Great pizza, also.
Yes. And we've met so many fun musicians and like great people there. It's also built our community a lot. We've played there countless times. It's a great place, and yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah.
Well, I have to say, for me to get to see young folks like yourself kind of breathing new life into our music scene, I have so much faith that you guys are going to take it to the next level. I mean, I'm pumped about it. I have to ask though, what do your teachers think about this? Like, do they realize what you guys are doing in the music community in the Seattle scene?
Yeah. So I would have to say that it depends on the teacher, for sure. So my math teacher, for example, will be like, "Hey, why didn't you do this like last few problems on your homework?" And I'll be like, "I did need to go to rehearsal so we could play the Crocodile," and that's just she doesn't really get that, which is all right. Not everyone's gonna understand it, but then my band teachers are all for it. They're like, "Oh, you have a gig? It's okay if you miss this night rehearsal. Like, it's totally cool." But I think we're fortunate enough too that our school and the kind of the community is very like cool with the whole music thing. So I've never had a teacher have like that I'll say that to and they'll be against it, or they're all very supportive.
Sure, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I also love the fact that you guys have a lady in the band. I mean, that is cool as hell. I mean, for me, being a woman in radio, it's me and all the dudes. Like, it's you and all the dudes all the time, right? Just hanging out, stinking it up with the boys. But, you know, there's kind of, right, I mean, it gets a little stinky. But there is kind of this, responsibility that we have to, like, help foster other young women in what they would maybe like to do in the worlds of music or the worlds of radio. What advice would you have for a young female who wants to get into rock music or wants to pick up an instrument and play or wants to get into radio? What would you tell them?
Don't be afraid. I mean, you're no different than everybody else, honestly. You're just, okay, my thing is like, hey, if I'm different, great. I'm happy with that. Like, standing out, I feel like, is honestly really cool. And if you can, make your stand and be like, hey, yeah, I'm a girl, I'm doing this, like, that's all. Go you. Like, I would just say embrace it.
No, go ahead. I was just going to say, I love that you said that because it takes a lot of us well into our 20s, 30s, 40s, sometimes even later in life to realize that. We all try to fit in when we're younger, and then we spend the rest of our lives trying to be different. For you to realize that as a kid warms my heart so much. That is so awesome.
Aren't they amazing?
Yes.
It's crazy. You guys are the coolest.
Yes.
Now, the other thing that I wanted to ask you guys about is maybe if you could each tell me what one album changed your life. Take some time. Breathe about it. Think on it. What album really changed your life? I mean, I could be really embarrassing and tell you mine. Really embarrassing. Because at the time, it did change my life. I don't know if it would change my life today, but it changed my life when I was like 10. It was Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill.
Yes.
Yes? That was one of those records where I was like, it's okay to be angry. It's okay to get crazy. It's okay to have feelings, that one really, it did change my life. So what would you guys say is maybe a super influential album in your lives?
Okay, they're not going to be surprised with me, but my favorite album is like Wasting Light by the Foo Fighters.
Great choice.
Just because I remember listening to it and like just getting into the Foo Fighters. I'm like, oh, who are these guys? And then I'm like, this is all I want to do with my life. Like, he would have these moments. I can't even explain it. It's like every little thing in one album, and it's my favorite thing to listen to. So.
All right, mine would have to be Moving Pictures by Rush. You mentioned him earlier. You saw my reaction.
Oh my God.
I mean, yeah, Neil Peart's drumming has changed my life forever. I'm like, when I was first starting and my cousin introduced me to that, I was like, wait, Tom Sawyer, isn't that like a story? And I listened to the song and I like, whoa, this is so cool. And so like I would watch all his like drum solos and like Germany and stuff, and yeah, he's my idol. He still is.
You are the coolest kid in the world right now. I love this kid. Oh my God.
This one's for all my guitar playing brothers and sisters out there. Surfing with the Alien by Joe Satriani.
Wow.
My dad is probably the biggest Joe Satriani fan just of all time. And I have like very clear memories of when I was in second grade sitting in the back seat of the car listening to that album over and over and over and over. And it got to the point where I could sing the guitar part for every song, and I knew like the names of all of them. And then the one day when I found out that's one guy with 6 strings, it just blew my mind. I was like, I have to do that.
Gosh, I look at you guys now. Like, you're doing it. You're doing the thing. And I would just say, for me personally, I grew up playing alto saxophone, and then I gravitated toward guitar, and then I just kind of stopped playing. And like, please don't ever stop playing. Always make time, find time. Support each other. I see you guys as having like such a bright future, and I see the Seattle music scene in great hands. Would you agree with that, Kyle? Like,
100%.
We're gonna be fine in Seattle. We got a LocoMotive. It's gonna be great.
Mm-hmm. Like Glenn said, man, hold that torch high. Hold that torch high. What do you guys say? You want to watch a music video?
Heck yeah. Let's turn it on.
All right. Let's do this.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go in, grab the DJ, drive him to the site, make him listen to our music, and then he'll have no choice. We'll be famous the next day.
These don't even look real.
It's fine. We're gonna go in, and we're gonna be moving so fast. He's gonna be so scared that he won't even notice.
We're doomed.
Ryan, get your head in the game.
You're right.
Wait. I can't actually see.
.9 KGRG, what's up everybody? T2, that's my time. I am out. Up next, hot new local band LocoMotive with The Story Is Short.
So what'd you think?
Yeah, it's good. But you guys know I'm the janitor, right?
Guys, that's amazing. Congratulations. What a success for you guys. After discussing with Jared earlier and watching it again now, is there anything anyone would like to add about the making of the video? Maybe a memory that you didn't think of earlier? Anything?
So when we were in the studio at KGRG and we had to run out with Brandon, right? They were like, hey, it'd be really funny if you just like ran into the door, right? Which you saw. And I was like, I will do anything. It's fine. But then we had to do it about 20 more times. And they were like, you got to make it look more real. And I'm like, it's hurting. I didn't know what to do. So that was a good time.
Yeah, I think just overall the people we did it with were just super fun and just hilarious. Like, there were so many jokes. Like, I think you saw in the video where I'm trying to feed Brandon Parker. He had the horse mask on, obviously, in the video. I'm trying to give him some water, and it doesn't work out, and I accidentally overdid it and spilled it all over him, and he just handled it like a champ. It was all just funny, and it was a good time.
The other kind of eventful thing that had happened is, you can't really see this in the video, but there was a huge event going on at the campus where KGRG is. And so we're running around in those spooky skeleton masks, and there's a bunch of little kids. So we actually had a lady come up to us and ask us to leave because we were scaring the kids, and we had to explain no, this is a music video. We're just and she was cool with it.
You guys got kicked off of your own set.
Yeah, basically.
Is there anything more rock and roll than that?
Yeah.
We got kicked off.
Probably the funniest thing in there that's not in the video is since Brandon had his face covered, he couldn't really see, and they go to throw him into the car, and they realize now why the police grab your head to put you into the back of the car.
Oh.
He slams his face so hard into the door jamb. I've watched it maybe 100 times. It gets funnier every time.
We're gonna need behind the scenes for that.
Some outtakes.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see the B-roll.
We're so sorry, Brandon.
All right, man. Well, this has been a blast. Before we blast off, where can people pick up your music? You want to plug your social media sites, your websites? What do you guys got going out there in LocoMotive land?
Yeah, sure thing. So all 3 of our EPs are on Spotify and Bandcamp for free. And then we're on Facebook and Instagram at LocoMotive98065. Just give us a follow. It'd be much appreciated.
Awesome, dudes.
And then sometimes they feature you when you wear your LocoMotive shirt on the LocoMotivators.
Yeah, that's the other thing. If you choose to wear our shirt, we'll put a picture of you up on our page.
It happened to me. It was one of the coolest moments of my entire life, so it's a real deal.
All right, last but not least, what's next for you guys? What's on the horizon? Anything big coming up you want to talk about?
You want to talk about the 3x3x?
Yeah, so we're going on a little tour with 2 other bands, Splitting Silence and Butterboy, and we're going to also record some songs and make one album called 3x3x3 or 3 Cubed. We don't really know yet. But yeah, so that's just going to be a blast. Both those bands are super nice kids. They're all fun. We're all teens, so we'll get along fine. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Nice. Well, thank you, Jared. Thank you, LocoMotive, for joining us. Thank you, Internet watchers. We sincerely hope you enjoyed our feature on LocoMotive's new music video. From Tony V's in Everett, Washington, for TopLeft TV and Taryn Daly, I'm Kyle Court. Thanks so much for watching.